It's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Green Bay Packers taking on the Atlanta Falcons.
And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Atlanta Falcons. Set to go, Young Wei Koo ready to do the honors. And off we go from Lambeau. Time to see the offense for Green Bay go to work. Aaron Rodgers leading them. What a career it's been. Came into the league back in 2005 as the number 24 pick out of Cal.
And the question swirled around Green Bay all offseason in free agency and through the draft. Did they acquire enough pieces to help their all-star quarterback, Aaron Rodgers? Just think about the last 2 years for him. 51 touchdown passes, just 6 interceptions, and rallied the Packers to 13 regular season wins last year and a trip to the NFC Championship game. He's still one of the top quarterbacks in the league, and the Packers are hoping to take the next step.
And he whips that one incomplete there. The veteran tight end Mercedes Lewis, the intended receiver, and it's third down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Rodgers now on first down. This one complete to Devin Funchess. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He gives this to Devontae Adams. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first.
First and 10 at the 40.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
He's tackled at the...
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
Offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
2nd and 5.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. The third down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And this has no chance. It's no good, well wide to the left, and this will remain a scoreless game. So what a let-off there. You figure that was an easy 3 points. Instead, it turns into nothing.
And from that close of range, if you start it left, your goose is cooked. And this thing, well, it never had a chance to straighten itself out.
And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
Looking deep for Julio. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking for Julio Jones, his Pro Bowl receiver. And now it's 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. It's Preston Smith. He gets the sack there. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though. And they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. And here's Hoffrichter now, the punter, as he sends this one away. One quarter in the books here on a Thursday night. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football. Now a play fake. Rodgers. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Jones. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
He's tackled at the 7-yard line.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Now Jones. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
And Brandon, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. Second effort there. He was determined to find pay dirt, and he did.
I think that's a great example of what coaches talk about, a back that runs behind his pads, and he uses pads to get him into the end zone.
No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there, and this will stay a 6-point ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The intended receiver was Laquan Treadwell, and it's second down. Throwing again, Ryan. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
But they're certainly being aggressive here. It's like being a sprinter in a 100-meter dash, exploding out of the blocks, trying to push the ball downfield. Guaranteed this defense better be on their toes. They're going to be tested all game.
Oh, the return is Irvin. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. So good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Face mask. Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Looking deep for Adams. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down. To throw again, Rodgers looking deep for Adams. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams, 44 yards. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man.
Backyards.
I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So out come the Falcons now. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Out comes Devontae Adams in the offense for their next drive. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise, he can really decimate him.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Rodgers now on first down. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact. but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
What's up, man?
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Grady Jarrett never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12.
And on first and goal, they decided to throw for it, but the coverage was excellent. And he kept holding the ball, hoping someone would shake free. Instead, he's hit and drop. And now, they're not even in the red zone anymore.
He's going to go up top for the end zone. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. Third down.
It's now third down and long.
Let's go, D. Right there. 54, right there.
Rodgers now to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Dante Fowler drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, you bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. So we come upon halftime in what's a 12th. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And that'll set them back 5. On second down, here's Ryan. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. Gurley's got the first down and then some, as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
First down.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. That is incomplete.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again, Ryan. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get one step. If you're within one step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that looks like an extra step was involved.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. To throw again. Ryan looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
2 yards on the pickup.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Steps away to his left. Hard throw, incomplete. On now is the Packers punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. .36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Falcons ready to take over. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now the Falcons' replacement for Devontae Freeman. Here's Todd Gurley. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Number 83.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 31 yards on the punt there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there to swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the 1st. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
So many times someone's success is the product of a lot of things coming together really well. And for Aaron Jones in 2019, it all came together for him. He stayed healthy, was on the field for all 16 games, got handed the ball 100 more times last year.
And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this third quarter of play. Back now at Lambeau. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the fourth quarter. On second down, it's Jones busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. The Packers on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. And it's hard to hold a kick from this distance against him, but that is now 3 misses for him in the game so far.
3! And you wonder where his head's at right now. Kickers are a funny breed, but I have a feeling he'd love to see a 29-yarder next time to get him back in the groove.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Looking downfield for Jones. This is caught at the 20. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. So the first connection there, Ryan, to Jones, and certainly a big reason they're losing on the scoreboard.
As they go as a connection, it appears so goes the team, and they need...
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Matt Ryan able to connect with his top man, Julio Jones. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score.
Okay, I know it's an old line, but it still applies here. The fat lady has not sung yet. She may be warming up, but she hasn't sung yet. There's still an opportunity.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football, because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. After the penalty, it's Jones. He'll take this up just shy of the 40. Excellent display of footwork on that run. And a nice this run to get him past the original line of scrimmage. A gain of 7. It's 2nd and 8 now. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line.
Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He can see the play developing right in front of him. And once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
And if you look at the next-gen stats, you'll see that he topped out at an even 21 miles an hour.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. To throw is Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession.
And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
Let's see if they dial it up this drive. Julio Jones once again the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing now is Ryan. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front. So another big shot dodge there defensively. Now just one more incompletion away from salting away this victory. And I know this feeling. They're almost giddy, but they have to stay focused and locked in. They can make one big mistake and throw it all the way.
And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you're going to use both timeouts, obviously. But you've got to call defenses that are going to force the issue early, meaning you want that play over fast. You don't want to give them time to dance around in the backfield or run a wide sweep that'll take off time. Blitz them, put pressure on them, make sure that play ends quickly so that you can go ahead and keep moving.
Again, it's Jones. Gave a glimpse of his power, but not a whole lot of space. Down at the 30. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Now Rodgers gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So that's now 12 points that they've left on the field. 4 missed field goals.
Now, you and I were both hoopers, so you know it's like being a shooter in basketball. Sometimes when things go wrong, it gets in your head, and it's tough to get back on track. And that one, it never had a chance.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Ryan. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.